loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikita. If you are new here, we do all things home, and I'm so excited to finally take you through the process of making over our dining room. This is a space that was kind of forgotten about. Well, not forgotten about, but we had to prioritize other areas of our house. So it's kind of been sitting there for a very long time. So I cannot wait to take you from start to finish of how we came about this dream of a dining room that it is now. I am so super proud of it. The overall vision and the way I wanted it to feel, I wanted it to be earthy, modern, luxe. So I think we really nailed that look. So it definitely feels cohesive with the rest of our home, but it also adds something really new. So I'm super excited. So without further ado, let's get into it. So taking you way back when we first bought our home, this is a photo from the listing photos, and there I am a couple years ago taking down that hideous wallpaper. And then we brought it up to date a bit with new baseboards, floors, and obviously smacked paint on here. We so much didn't care about this room that we even hung our Dyson up in the corner. So the only thing I like about this room, or will be keeping, will have to be the curtains and the chairs. Everything else has been sold on Facebook Marketplace. Now, we wanted to go ahead and tape up the entire room. I did not want to do an accent wall. I wanted this to be a full-on cohesive space and really bring in some visual interest. So I wanted some board and batten, and my husband came up with the amazing idea of using MDF boards. Now, these boards are more cost effective than your typical pine boards, and I love that you don't have to prep them for paint really. All you have to do is just attach them, fill in your holes with some wood filler, and sand that down, and you're good to go for paint. Now, if we were to get any pine boards, we would have to obviously sand the whole thing and then prime them and then paint them. So that would have been just a total hassle. So I absolutely recommend using MDF board. While I was filling in the holes with some wood filler, my husband was in and out, continuing to make the cuts for the boards, and we actually went with three different sizes. We went with a 1x4 that you see here now, a 1x3, and a 1x2. So three different sizes for the entire room. I also wanted to note that the reason we went with board and batten was because, like, where the chair molding used to be, there's actually swirls underneath that, and then at the top where the wallpaper was, it's just flat. So this was just the best way to add interest without replacing all of the walls. And now for these linear pieces, I'm using a 1x3, and then here is the 1x2, but it came out a little bit too thick for the lip. So my husband shaved that down by 1/2 inch, and it came out so perfect. At this point, I was so happy. Oh my goodness, it really made it real, and it's starting to come together. Then I went to town on sanding, of course, after filling in those seams, and oh my goodness, sanding is my least favorite part, I swear, but it's absolutely necessary to get the look that you want. This sanding block also came with a nice little angle on it, so that really helped me get into all of the corners really nicely, and I was just sanding and sanding away. I can't use that sanding block anymore. I mean, I really, really went to town, as you can see, but again, it really helped with the corners. So the following day, I'm taking a break from the trim, and I'm deciding to go ahead and paint the top portion of the walls. Here's a sample of the color that we're going with and another finish, but we ended up going with Backdrop by Sherwin Williams in an eggshell finish, and I am obsessed with this color. It's so good. It is so good. And here I am just cutting the ceilings here with an angled painting brush, being very careful. And I have to say, I really did an amazing job. Okay, my husband was thoroughly impressed. Like, I was really getting it, y'all. And then I kind of dragged down the paint a bit and I went around the room twice, of course. And then I also cut where the trim started right below. That way, when it was time to roll on the paint, it was easy peasy. Again, 2 coats with cutting as well, and then 2 coats of paint. Now, I do want to give kudos to whoever did the ceiling prior to us moving in because I absolutely love that it brings some visual interest on the ceiling as well. But now it is back to the trim work here, and I am going in and caulking all of the little areas that need to be caulked up. Now, it is very important that you do not skip this step because this just makes it very seamless and it helps you not to see any shadows or anything. And I just absolutely love this part. It takes a great deal of concentration for me anyway because you want to be as clean as you can. But I did go ahead and press it in with my fingers, and then if I had any excess left over, I just used like a damp microfiber towel to clean it up. So it is another day and everything is nice and dry. I'm just going in with a paintbrush to get all of the little creases. That way I can just roll on the rest of the paint. And of course, all of this takes 2 coats, so very time consuming, but definitely so worth it. And I wanted that high contrast color blocking, so this is just a regular ultra white in a semi-gloss finish, the same way as the trim, so we could just take it from the board and batten all the way down to the baseboards. So here I am on another night working through the night because I mean, between the kids and everything, it just had to get done. So here's my husband painting that top lip part of the board and batten. Thank God, because at this point I was exhausted. So just when you think you're done, there's still more painting. I went ahead and taped off our window frame because it's just a beautiful focal point in this room. And I painted that a Tricorn black in Sherwin Williams to be cohesive with the rest of our back facing windows. And then I also spray painted that curtain rod and hung our existing curtains. I absolutely love this creamy beige color and a linen finish. They're black out, so they naturally form a nice pleat to it. And then finally, we are changing out this pendant light for a beautiful chandelier. It is a drum chandelier, and I love that it brought another shape to the room, and it's going to pair so well with our chairs. Now, it did come in a off-white color, which is the color that we got. So it pairs well with the linens in the room and again, our chairs. And I absolutely love the contrast that it gives off of the wall. I knew I wanted to add a mirror to this room. We're going to be using our existing mirror. We originally got it for $79.99 a couple of years back, but now it's only $49.99 over at Home. So price drop alert. But yeah, I went ahead and spray painted the mirror frame twice with the same paint primer spray paint that I used for the curtain rod, and now I'm just giving my husband much needed encouragement to hang the mirror. So the best way to hang a mirror with like brackets or hooks, you want to tape the back of the mirror first and then go ahead and make your marks where the hooks are. That way you could just put the tape on the wall and it makes it super easy to hang your mirror. The mirror definitely opens up the room a bit more, acting as a second window almost. We're almost there, y'all. So for the top of the table for summertime, I'm just really letting this space breathe, letting every moment speak for itself. And I'm going in with this beautiful textured planter that I got from Target a while back. 2 of those curly stems from Hobby Lobby and a new TJ Maxx find. This was a decorative bowl for $19.99. Keeping things super minimal and organic. I saw these stools at my local thrift store for only $15. I did strip it down to a raw wood. I will be sharing how I did so in a future video, so make sure you're subscribed. But I wanted to style at least one of the three corners of this room. I'm using it to elevate this vessel that I got from Hobby Lobby, as well as popping in some of the same stems. Let's take in one last look of the dining room before and now for the big reveal. And that wraps it up, my loves. I hope that you enjoyed from start to finish. Please don't forget to give me a big, huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them down below. I'm really eager to see how you felt about this. I really do love chatting with you all, so be sure to leave me a nice comment down below. It really does help boost this channel. I love y'all so much, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.